Om Shanti. And a very warm welcome to you, to the Brahma Kumaris and Harmony House. So, what a wonderful program that we have. And literally, this was organized literally about 4 or 5 days ago. And we weren't sure whether it was happening or not. And then we got the green light and we thought, yes, let's go for it. So this is a wonderful topic in today's world where people are very focused on health. They're very healthily conscious these days, aren't they? But there's a lot of obstacles that get in the way in that one. And so today we've got two wonderful guests. We've got Dr. PRATAP, MIDHA, and Sister SUJATA RITHA from GHRC Global Hospital Research Center. So I'm not going to waste much time because I'm sure they can give a better introduction than I can. So if I can please ask our distinguished guests to come onto the stage, please. So please, a very warm welcome to you. Come on, a nice applause. Thank you. So Sister Sujata, if you would like to take a seat there, please. And Dr. PRATAP, if you would like to sit there. Thank you very much. Okay. We're keeping the proceedings very informal today. We thought rather than have lectures, we'll have a sort of a discussion, sharing our experiences of what is feelings and what we can do, putting them into practice, especially improving our health. So welcome to you all. Thank you for coming to Leicester. I really feel we're very privileged and honoured for your presence here, and thank you for accepting our invitation. So how do you find Leicester?
Well, it's beautiful, very warm.
Very warm, yeah, that's great.
Sense. Welcome.
It's a welcome from the heart.
Right.
Welcome. Sujata Ben?
Yes, it's really beautiful, and again I would say it's very warm welcome.
So you like Leicester? How does it compare with, say, India at the moment? What's your first impressions of Harmony House?
I think no need of comparison is this hard.
You know what they say, you can take the girl from India, but you can't take the India from the girl. So, welcome. So, we've got a wonderful evening tonight, and it's an opportunity to explore some things that you're already quite familiar with, but hopefully we'll have some new insight from you two guys, okay. So, PRATAP, you're the medical director of Global Hospital Research Center. So you have a wonderful story of coming into this hospital. What's your journey on this?
Thank you, brother. Well, journey has been very long. I started my career with a village hospital, then moved to the city hospital. And somehow or the other things shaped like this, I would call it is a divine design. I never wanted to do the hospital management. I was a clinician looking after children and the emergency care patients. But I was pushed into management by the public health, the state health services. And now when I look back, probably it was my destiny to be in Mount Abu. I was invited to Mount Abu just because I was trained in hospital management. And it was in 1991. When we started, we were just 30 people, and now we are more than 500 people working together in a cluster of health institutions. We have the main hospital, which is in Mount Abu. Then we have a trauma center, which is on the foothills of the mountains in the plains. And then we have an exclusive eye hospital, which not only looks after the community ophthalmology, but it has pediatric ophthalmology. We do oculoplasties, we do retinal surgeries. And then we have the outreach activities, where we have almost more than 70 villages which come under the canopy of the outreach activity, where not only we look after the patients, but we look after school children, provide them some kind of health education, nutritional supplements, some education support in shape of adding more classrooms or providing them part-time teachers. And then we went into education. The nursing education was the first, the diploma course in nursing, then the degree course, and then we went into optometry and courses in the national, what we call the Diplomate of National Board, which is a postgraduate course in ophthalmology and postgraduate course in family medicine. But all along the journey, the focus is to give total health care, to give them the holistic health care, which we feel is the need of the hours. And today's topic is probably resonates with this. We have over the years heard that, if I repeat it in Hindi, that chinta jaisa rog nahi aur khushi jaisi khurak nahi. Because we feel a person has to be treated in total. He has to be looked into whole. When a patient comes to the physician, he comes as whole, not just for his illness, for his headache, or for his stomach ailments. He comes with his anxiety, with his personality, with his family issue, and with his socio-economic culture. Everything comes together to us. So we feel, and I feel, this journey has been long, but it has been very comfortable with the support of the global family. The name Global Hospital and Research Center happened because this was the year when Brahma Kumaris had Global Cooperation for a Better World. In London, we created the Global Cooperation House. In Nairobi, it was Global Museum. And in Mount Abu, it was Global Hospital and Research Center. So that has been the story of these 25 years. And we feel very proud that we have been able to accomplish so much in so little time. This hospital is known across Madhya Pradesh, across Gujarat, and across Rajasthan. We cover most of our projects primarily in 3 districts, but the outreach activity extends beyond the borders of Rajasthan. And during this journey, we have been able to make a lot of friends, a lot of partners who have been able to support us. We all know healthcare is cost intensive. You need to have specialized people. You need to have specialized equipment. You need to be supported by good manpower. All this, does require resources. But we are very lucky and fortunate that this has happened, and this has happened because of the global cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Sister Sujata, how did you join this journey, and what is your role at the hospital?
Actually, my journey, I am attached with the spirituality and meditation since my childhood. And why I like this hospital, I joined in 1992. It's almost 25 years. My role is in the hospital is I am a dietitian and fitness advisor, and I'm running a wellness clinic there. But it's interesting, in 92, as I finished my study, I wanted to become a pilot. Not this nutrition and all this, because since childhood I'm a very adventurous person. Always I want some challenges and adventure. But as I entered this hospital in 1992 in January, Nirver Bhai, our managing trustee, he said, will you just stay for a few days because I just want to spend my vacation. And I saw that this hospital have a vision of and combination of spirituality and professional level. That I like. And then I offered my services. What can I offer my service? And then I learned my dietetics and fitness advisor.
And do you have a good diet?
Yes, actually, diet is here.
Oh, right, okay. I was just going to ask you now, do you walk the talk? So you do physical exercises as well?
Of course.
Or are you just telling people?
No. Jaisi karni, jaisi katni karni.
Right.
Yeah, if you do, then you can have a right to tell others.
That's good. I like that. Speak from experience. Pratibhai, I was just thinking, you've worked in the medical profession, and you've seen how doctors work out in the sort of wider world. How does this hospital differ from other hospitals in its terms of practices and engagement with the, you can say, patients? Yes.
See, if we look at the whole scenario, the World Health Organization, it defines health as not merely the absence of illness or infirmity, but it is complete well-being physically, socially, and mentally. And well-being is related to the quality of life, the way we perceive our lives. And today, if we look at our scenario, the principal cause of illnesses is our lifestyle. As you rightly said, the diet, the exercise, the stress, the day-to-day worries, our interpersonal relationships, all these come into play. And the most important fact is that we come to the doctors and hospitals when we are sick. We don't come to them as healthy people. So doctors hardly know healthy people. So most of it, I would say most of health is our own responsibility. We have to look after ourselves. We have to take care of our diet, we have to take care of our exercise, and we have to take care of our mind. And if we are able to successfully do it, I'm sure 70% of the illnesses would disappear of its own accord. If we look at the 3 major illnesses today, whether it is heart ailment, cancer, or HIV, they're all lifestyle related. And then you can add, this year the WHO theme is depression. Let's talk. The mental health issues, they're spreading like anything. So we need to do something to it. There's no magic formula. It has to be a sustained effort. We need to come back to our roots. Particularly in India, I feel meditation, managing our mind is the key to all problems. If we are able to look after our mind, like what we say, the positive thoughts lead to positive emotions, negative thoughts lead to negative emotions. We have been studying negative emotion. What does anger do to our health? What does stress do to our health? But now the concept is positive psychology. What does happiness do to our health? What does honesty do to our health? When we help others, what does happen to our immune system? This is what we have been studying. So we feel that change has to come from the mind. The values such as compassion, such as cooperation, such as honesty, such as peace, they are vital to our living, but they are equally vital to our health also. We need to really focus on that.
So we talk about feelings, and you mentioned about mental illness, and I know that mental illness is being more prioritized in the West, and it was very sort of hard. Prince Harry recently shared his experiences of dealing death of his mother passing away many, many years ago, and he hasn't had closure yet, as far as I can see. So, first of all, feelings, what are they, and how do they arise, and why do they change?
Actually, feelings of our experience, if you meet a friend after 20 years, and the moment you see him, what kind of feelings come to your mind? Happiness. Kind of you cherish those old memories. These are vital part of our lives. Whatever we do, we feel. And whatever we experience, it becomes an integral part of our lives. And if we need to change our feelings, experience, it requires an effort. Suppose I carry a grouse against someone, and I can carry it for 50 years, I can carry it for 30 years. But if I need to change my personality, what I liked most about the Brahma Kumaris is, it is the feelings, it is the consciousness which needs to be changed. It is not that you change your rituals or change your religion or change your physical costume, but you need to change your consciousness. The shift in consciousness has to happen, whether at the international level or whether at the personal level. If there is shift in consciousness that we are one family, we are all eternal beings, and I would say my true nature or my true religion is peace, happiness, to enjoy. It's not to suffer. It is not to grouse or not to go into grief, but it is, I need to understand that. And that would become the foundation. Why mental health is a cause of alarm for us? Because of the fact that people have started looking outside. They're not looking within. The reason for our unhappiness, we blame others. We try to blame it to circumstances. We try to blame it to politicians or economists. But we really don't know that it is we who are responsible for our agony. So once we understand that I am responsible for my thoughts, I am master, I'm not a servant. I'm master of my feelings. I can change it. I have the, people say habits die hard, but habits can be changed. This is what we learn at the Brahma Kumaris, that it has to be a conscious effort. I need to make a conscious effort to feel happy, to experience happiness. Amidst the turmoil would be there. Like if you look at the word stress, it comes from physics. And there are two components to it. One is the external pressure, the other is internal resistance. We know external pressures we cannot change. We have no control over that. But we can change our internal resistance. We train ourselves to strengthen our muscles. We train ourselves for adventurous sports. But we can also train our mind to be strong and happy and peaceful.
Sister Sujata, you said you've been raised in an atmosphere of very peaceful environment. You've had a very loving relationships, but from what I can gather from your family. How has that impacted on your lifestyle, in the way you feel?
It's a very interesting question. We are talking about the feeling, even when the person who visits me, because he has an aim, why he want to visit, with the feeling of whether weight reduction, with the feeling of to sort out his diabetic management or any kind of illness. So see, this feeling is different because the feelings has been changed in the medical terms. But the second part of that, when the person have that feeling, my thinking is his mindset, it's completely changed. So happiness and the other feelings are different, and these feelings are different. Yeah. So how to mix that? How to sort out with the illness feelings to wellness? Yeah. So when the person enter, I would give an example of one brother. He came from Gold Coast, Australia, with the he came with the body weight of 160 kgs. Wow. Yeah. And the feeling actually, feeling shows the body language also. He just entered and he said, "Hey, are you Sujata?" I said, "Okay." I just smiled. I said, "Yes, what can I help you?" He said, "I want to lose my weight." I said, "Yes." As his huge weight, I slowly said, "Yes, we can." And because his feeling was a negative. Yeah, he can't accept that white is white or black is black. He would say like white means black and black means white, because he was completely negative. But in that feeling, I would say person needs motivation and confidence. You can change the person's feeling with that. So I said, "Yes, we can, 100%, because the person like me, I want challenges." So that was my first challenge in 2006. And he lost his body weight almost 62 kgs. Wow. So, it's all well connected with your feelings.
So what did you do to sort of motivate that person to change their feelings? How do you actually start that process?
Actually, this is again, if you want to support in your field, with your profession, make a shake hand actually, I'm with you, yeah? Because the person needs motivation. I actually advise him take two days liquid diet in a week, yeah? So I was also following that. So that actually someone is so under supervision. I'm not saying that everyone should do that, no. But in initial stage, you need a very positive moral support. So that with that feeling, completely vegetarian diet and meditation. He said, no, I don't want to do meditation. But it is not, again, I would say it's not only like Brahma Kumaris is telling about meditation, but Brahma Kumaris and any spiritual person, why Brahma Muhurat? It's auspicious time in the morning, 45 minutes, and we say in India also, it's a Brahma Muhurat. So because our biological markers are at the same balance level, and whatever you want to achieve in your life, whether your family life, your business life, your professional life, your health issues, I have so many examples of that. In my even advice, I am saying that do meditation in the morning time.
Just in case you're wondering, when Brahma Muhurat, apologies for my pronunciation.
Brahma Muhurat, yeah, you're right.
Do you know what time it is? What time is it, please?
It's 4 to 4:45 a.m.
Wow, you do that every day?
I'm doing that since my childhood.
And how is it?
Sometimes I miss also.
How do you feel when you do that?
Feeling is absolutely very auspicious, great, because what you are doing, the others are not doing.
Okay.
So of course you feel great, yeah. And it's you should have some target, yeah. So in Brahma Muhurat, even you can challenge yourself,
Right.
yeah. But you should learn the techniques. You need to learn the techniques, yeah. How to do that? You just not blankly. You can just sit 45 minutes in the morning, and no. So you need to learn the techniques and take the full benefit. Not 100%, but at least 80-90%.
Okay. Well, I understand that because you've been raised in that environment. But what about you, Pratap Bhai? You didn't start out this early in the morning, 4 o'clock. You must have experienced practices where you become very rigid in your sort of lifestyle, and then suddenly to change it. What did you infuse in your life to change those practices? And do you practice this morning meditation as well?
Well, as I said, habits die hard. As a student, when I was in the medical school, the concept was that you study till late and get up late in the morning. This all happens. But what I observed, that early hours of the morning, even in the hostel where I used to live, and if I would get up early in the morning, there would be no disturbance. It will be all quiet. You could do your study in much peaceful way. I was exposed to the Brahma Kumari's philosophy even at much younger age. My parents were the first who took to this. But I feel, there are certain concepts which are anecdotal evidence. Now they are being researched. They say that 1 hour sleep before midnight is equal to 2 hours sleep after midnight. So it's like early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. It's like whatever routine we set up for us, as I just met a psychiatrist before I came to this hall. I know psychiatrists have been doing studies on people who work in the late night shifts and how it disturbs their biorhythm. So it is important to know that everyone has a biorhythm. And in Ayurveda, everyone has a kind of prakriti. Every individual is unique and is special. And his food, his sleep requirements, even they say that even his profession should be chosen according to his prakriti. So these all things are very important. Today we say vocational guidance and career counseling, but all these are really unique to everyone. No one becomes something by chance. It is probably his nature, his lifestyle is suited to that particular profession. So I'm sure when I never took to medicine, I wanted to go and join Indian Army. After school, I went into the National Defense Academy. I cleared the examinations also. But I don't know what happened at the last moment. Everything changed. So it is probably we need to write our own fortune. And the most important thing is the way we live our lives. We need to reflect, we need to look back, and probably if we are able to find solution to most of our difficulties, it would be through changing our lifestyle. Like I would say, we believe that if you are happy, if you are satisfied, if you are contented, if you are caring for others, it leads to good health. But now the research is coming to it. One of the things which people have been able to research is helpers high. They say that people who help others altruistically, particularly to strangers, they have stronger immune system. Someone said there's an ACE factor, what they call attention, connection, and expression. People try to repress their feelings. See, if you are able to open up, if you have a network of friends, if you have social support, you are likely to live longer. If you seek help at early stage, today we know that cancer, if it is detected at early stage and treated at early stage, then you can cure it. But later on it might become unmanageable. Likewise, we say even mental health, sometimes we don't have anyone to talk to it. And some people feel good when they come to doctors because they're able to express themselves. The doctors are ready to listen to them. But reverse happens even if the doctor is not available to them. So it's like, if you listen to someone, if you smile at him, it makes a lot of difference. So feelings are equally important for our longevity. Feelings are equally important to our quality of life, but we need to address that issues. Young people, I was just listening to one of my friends. He said they nurture their children with personal care. Today we have problems, not only in the West, but back in India also. Drug abuse, substance abuse, whatever name we give it, tobacco, alcohol. Everything is socially accepted these days. No one feels bad about it. Earlier, if someone was a smoker, he was shied away. But now it is socially accepted. Our norms have changed. So we need to set up new norms. If you are angry, people feel it is good to be angry. If you are impatient, people feel good. We need to rush up things. They want to catch the flight at the last moment. One of the risk factors for the heart disease is people, what they call personality A. They want to accomplish too much in too little time. That's a risk for cancer. At Mount Abu, we have done a research which has now been published in the Indian Heart Journal. It says, it really describes that vegetarian diet, exercise, and meditation can reverse coronary artery disease. We know there are physical risk factors for heart disease, like we say tobacco or obesity or sedentary lifestyle. But we have been able to document it that if you follow vegetarian diet, exercise on regular basis, and meditation to handle your stress, you can reverse your coronary atherosclerosis. And now we have taken up a project on diabetics also. It's actually empowering the patients. If you empower one, we talk of women empowerment, we talk of spiritual empowerment. But if the patients enter into a participative care, if they take charge of their lives, what happens? The healing happens. So this is what we do it on a regular basis. Now the research study is over, but every month we receive a group of 25 to 30 patients. We make it mandatory that they are accompanied by their spouses. They stay with us for 7 days. We teach them what is heart disease, what are risk factors of heart disease. We have psychological questionnaires for them. They open up. We call them opening the mind session. People have repressed feelings which they don't express. So, and after that, we found that it is now so much popular that we have a waiting list of patients. Likewise for diabetics. Diabetes is a lifelong disease and it is increasing like anything. But, if the patients are empowered, if the patients are taught what is diabetes, how does it cause problem with your feet, with your eyes, with your brain, once they understand it, understanding makes the thing easy. I was reading a study that when they taught the asthmatic children what is asthma, how does it happen, their emergency rooms admissions became less. So I personally feel we have a department of spirituality and well-being, like Sujata Ben was talking about the wellness concept. We have to shift our consciousness from illness to wellness. Once we do that, then probably the magic can happen. The number of hospitals and number of doctors are increasing, but the number of sickness are also increasing proportionately. Whereas, as they say, that to reduce the crime, you don't need to open more jails, but you need to educate people. You need to create a system where people follow law, where people are loving, where people are caring. So that's not what needs to happen.
I picked up a few things. One of the things that's coming through loud and clear is lifestyle. I think small changes in our lifestyles can give us a huge sort of positive results. And the other aspect is food. I mean, it seems like food in our conversations is coming loud and clear that food plays an important part in our health. How does that happen?
Well, food...
I mean, for instance, okay, you talked about a vegetarian diet. What about in the awareness that I'm preparing the food or in the consciousness I'm eating? How does that impact on the body?
See, simple thing. We all love food cooked by our mothers, our wives, our sisters when we are at home. We may go to a 5-star hotel or 7-star hotel. The feelings make all the difference. The feelings which are put into the food and the way it is accepted, they call it mindfulness eating. Today, people are watching television and the potato chips are there and the Coke is there. You really do not know what you are eating. You don't even relish that. So it has to be mindfulness eating. We at Brahma Kumaris feel if that we eat in silence, eat in the remembrance of the Almighty, that makes a lot of difference. It gives you nourishment. You would eat according to your need. But here we are eating according to the company or according to our taste. Why we say, vegetarian diet? Because vegetarian diet, these days we are conscious that pesticide and other things are coming into picture. We are talking of organic food. Yes, that really makes a difference. People are becoming vegan because they don't want to have cruelty to animals. We're looking at these simple things, but they do make difference. The violence or the cruelty, all these things, they do not make a difference. And these are eco-friendly also. I personally feel like Gandhiji has had a book, Experiment with Truth. We all need to experiment. I would say accept the challenge, be a vegetarian or be a mindfulness eater for 1 week and see the change in your own life. Because things don't happen by chance. We need to make an effort. And this is how I have learned. Experiment. Like I would say, if someone gets cross with you or if someone has not been fair with you, what do? We avoid him. We really try to, hit back with the same force. But I tried in a different way. In the, like someone, if being in the management, sometimes it does happen that someone gets, upset with you. I would not do anything else. I would consciously create positive vibes for him during my early morning meditation. And the change happens. So if we create positive vibes while cooking, while accepting the food, and we would really find a lot of difference in our health, not only health, but in our consciousness. And this would happen, but we need to only make a kind of accept the fact that we need to really do it.
Sujata Ben, you meet people with different dietary requirements in this day and age. I mean, I notice when you take a flight, there's such a big option list. It's mind-boggling. Well, if somebody's in that situation and they need to change, what do you recommend? How do you go about that process? Actually,
nowadays there are so many temptations. Yeah. But I would advise, first you understand yourself, and first you understand the food which is available locally. If I'm sitting in India and I want Italian stuff, and day to day, every day, so I'm wrong. So you understand first where you are and why we should take locally grown. The secondary is your age factor, what your body needs. Then you will understand the food, and then you will have that. Again, in the meditation techniques, it's very interesting. When you eat food in silence, you won't eat extra calories. When you eat anything, junk food or any kind of food, watching television, or just when the person throw party and you have so many different, maybe 16, 17, 18 types of food, you indulge. You just have so many extra calories. So this meditation techniques also help to take in an appropriate manner. And the second is, there are, you ask me, the several types of menu. Yeah, but I would say in any type of menu, there is a salad and soup is there. Yeah, and after that, you have a different courses. So first, what you require. And as a party, as you want to celebrate with the food, that's again a different issue. Yeah, because food is mood alert, 100%. Sometimes it's emotional hunger also, and sometimes even the person, they're addicted to have a coffee or tea, especially Indian people, like chai, adrak ki chai, jab tak nahi mile to aanखें nahi khulti hai. So exactly like, you just understand yourself, are you addicted with something? Just I'm starting with the tea or coffee, any beverages, and then food. So you must understand yourself, and again, every day ask yourself how you want yourself. Yeah? Because in Brahma Kumaris, our role model is, my role model, Dadi Janki. Her age is 102. 101 she completed. So the 4 types of health role model is front of us. I have learned from Iyengar Guruji yoga, whose his headquarter, he's passed away last year at the age of 98. See how the food and all the healthy, not only food but the healthy lifestyle, how it works. At the age of 98, the person can walk straight. You can just see the body frame. And the second is, he can make some postures, not the headstand and all, but he can still, at the age of 98, make some postures. So how you want yourself to see? I always check before and after. We always see others, but you just see yourself first. So that the accumulation of your habits.
Now here in the West, not everybody's a vegetarian.
Yes.
They do like their little 2 veg and meat. Now, in our conversation, it's coming through that vegetarian helps our health. But what about those people who really like meat? Can they do anything to sort of gradually wean off and go onto a vegetarian diet? What can they do?
Yeah, I do receive the people from Western countries like Israel, Iraq, Karachi, Iran. So, yes, we certainly talk about vegetarian diet. Because vegetarian diet and non-vegetarian diet, we talk about the alkaline and acidic. Yeah. So most of the things like 80 to 90% non-veg is acidic, right? And if you have an option of like omega-3, for an example, it's available in fish, codfish liver oil, but it is available in flaxseed, yeah? Linseed, flaxseed, omega-3, omega-6. It's a plant protein. So when you have an option, we give option. If suppose any person come and first to understand why you want to become vegetarian, yeah, it's not like that. Let's become a vegetarian. No, when the person knows about the benefits of vegetarian, then he or she will understand the food. And I never say like that. You should have just leave that from today. No, give yourself chance. If you eat every day, have 3 times a week. Then gradually you can decrease. And instead of even scrambled egg, have boiled egg. Just a yolk. And just slowly, when you see the changes in your mental changes and physical changes, then automatically no need to say even. They say, okay, I'm very much fine. Because the mentally it is tremendous, very positive effect.
Just moving on now, you must meet people who are suffering from a lot of depression, who are probably having a very low self-esteem. How do you deal with individuals that come to hospitals who carry so much baggage, so much pain, and how do you avoid that affecting you?
See, people do come and rub their emotions with us. You know, as doctors, we have windows on their personal lives, and people do come and share. But as I said, initially, they have to be helped with pharmaceutics. They have to be helped with antidepressants and other mood-altering drugs. But gradually, meditation has to come into it. Gradually, as I said, you know, you can't really, a person who's into acute psychotic illness, offer him meditation or offer him some magical formula. But initial therapy starts with, even for people who are hooked on to alcohol or substance abuse, we do take care of them in our hospital. But we offer them the conventional medicine to begin with. And then gradually, you know, people, particularly smokers, if you ask them, they would say, I have given up smoking many times. So, but, you know, to continue with continuous abstinence or continuous staying away from tobacco is a big effort. Like in the movie, the homeopathic medication was talked about for giving it to the villages. We do have experimented. You know, people do need some kind of alternatives. You know, once I was asked, why do doctors take alcohol? Or why do doctors smoke when they know that it is dangerous? Well, I said, if a person cannot walk straight without support, he'll have to use the stick. They use the stick. They use the support to... It's like, you know, we are looking for something outside. If we have inner happiness, inner fulfillment, then we don't require these things. But as Sujata said, that the change has to be gradual. You cannot force it. It has to come voluntarily. It has to come from within. So we do offer our patients, we do take them as inpatient also sometimes. We do start with what is known to them, what is, you know, whether it is medication or whether it is biofeedback or whether it is cognitive behavior therapy, all we use. But then follow it up, support it with meditation. Where, you know, like when we talk of the meditation, what is meditation? How do we define meditation? How do we really say what meditation is? It is not meditation just, it is meditative way of life. It is our life which changes. So meditation means to realize what your original entity is. And then you are able to connect with that cosmic source of strength. And it is as I say, we call it yogi jivan. Like the way we live our lives, it becomes changed. I was reading a book on Zen meditation, and the preface, he said, who can learn meditation? He described it very well. He said, when a person is underwater and fighting for his breath, that kind of intense desire is needed. We need to have commitment to our own self. It has to be there, that urge, that desire is to be there. So, depression or psychotic illnesses or schizophrenia or bipolar disorders, all these are increasing. And then we would only treat them with the known things. We did do a conference on spirituality in psychiatry. I was sharing with my psychiatrist friend. There's an international group in psychiatry of psychiatrists who feel that spirituality can give you answers. Yes, people have endogenous depression. People have lacking certain chemicals. They need to be supported. But the increase in mental illnesses, the increase in dissatisfaction in life, the increase in finding a role, what Sujata was talking was of finding a role model. Where are the role models today? The parents are not really paying attention. The teachers, everyone is focused on outside. So our focus has to shift on inside. And I'm sure we'll find answers to most of the issues. Some issues would still need to be addressed by the conventional medicine. But most of the issues can be addressed with meditation, with a sense of well-being, with a conscious effort to stay happy and positive. All these would help. We run, as you saw in the movie, we run a positive thinking course for our patients. And I wondered when Sister Matilda, who was a Dutch national, now she's acquired Indian citizenship, she started this positive thinking course for the general ward patient, the poor village patient. I said, what would they understand? But they appreciated. And now we offer meditation to our patients. We offer them. We tell them that this is available to you. You can pick it up. And most of it is voluntary. We have yoga teacher in our hospital. We have a homeopathic physician in our hospital. We have an Ayurveda and Panchkarma expert in our hospital. And then we have magnets in hospital. People treat, most of the mobility disorders, the osteoarthritis, the backache, the cervical spondylitis, they can be treated with magnets. No painkillers are required. So non-pharmacological management of diseases does now find place in textbooks also, whether it is reflexology or whether it is acupuncture, all these need to be done. And exercise, we have been talking of exercise, is a big issue these days. People don't have time. But exercise does a lot of benefit. Earlier we used to hear that, all play and no study would make you whatever. But now they feel that people who regularly exercise or regularly follow a sport, their brains are more alert. Earlier they used to say that neurons which die would never regrow. But they say people who do regular exercise, their neurons grow. They remain more alert. They can escape Alzheimer and Parkinson's and other things. So activity, I would say one word, be master of your own destiny. Be in charge of your own lives, and then you can do wonders.
So I can improve my health, I have a good lifestyle, I have a good diet, but unfortunately there are people around me who are very close to me who experience a lot of sorrow. What can I do? What can we as individuals do to sort of ease their pain, especially when somebody is suffering from bereavement or somebody who's very close, little children experiencing such mental or physical pain? I address that question to both of you.
Mm-hmm. Sujata?
Actually, we do in our wellness center this experiment for everyone in the world. What we do actually every day, just 1 minute. We are giving, that we are going to do for 1 minute. And the sister asked me to do some. Yeah? It's very interesting, and I have seen the best positive results for that. You are giving positive vibrations. You're spreading positive vibrations collectively. That's my answer.
I would say simple things can change. You know, I had a friend who lost his young daughter, and he came to me in a very sad state of mind. He said, I want to do something. I said, okay, if you want to do something. At that time, I was working in a public hospital in Chandigarh. I said, okay, I would come with you one day with the hospital round. I would be with you, but I won't talk. You just talk to the patients. And what are their difficulties, what they are passing through. Just listen to them. And he found this such an enjoyable experience. And then he started coming on regularly on every Saturday. He would write letters for the patients. He would come to me and say that this patient needs special diet. This patient needs money to go back home. All that he did. You know, doing something for others. It's like karmic philosophy. If we do good to others, good comes back to us. There are many people, who have done so much for the community. Some people do it for patients. I know of a friend who had multiple myeloma. He was passing through difficult times. He came to me. He says, I want to do something. I said, okay, open an eye hospital. And this is how our eye hospital was opened. So we do have difficulties in our lives. And the best thing would be to, even, in India, it's a custom from the childhood that they make children to do something for the community, donate something, do some philanthropy. In all communities it happens. So we need to learn to do something for others when we are passing through difficult times. It really gives us strength. I was in New York and I met a professor of bioethics who was teaching in the New York University. He gave me a book, Why Good Things Happen to Good People. And earlier I had read a book, Why Bad Things Happen to Good People. So it's basically giving something, sharing with others. He said in his book, he says, if you want to learn anything, and that is giving. Sharing, giving, and the whole world's survival depends upon this. The grief or sorrow or the difficulties, they can all manage if we start learn the habit of sharing. And sharing is not material. It can be a smile, it can be a support, it can be you listen to someone, you help them. So I'm very optimistic that if we start giving to each other, giving happiness, giving strength, giving moral support, people remember it for a long time, and it comes back to you.
I just noticed that, as we met earlier on the day, that you sustained an injury just above your left eye, and you had a little bit of a black eye. How did you feel, and how did you deal with it emotionally inside, and what sort of positive impact did you have on your healing process?
Well, it was a setback. I got up from dinner and went to wash my hands, and suddenly I stumbled and fell down, and it was on a concrete surface. And what I did was I banged my head onto it. The first experience was just like concussion. Oh God, what has happened? But then I realized that I'm conscious. I can think about my injury. And I got up and splashed cold water on my face. The nosebleed was there. All my clothes were spoiled. Everyone around got concerned. But within my mind, I had a feeling that I'm okay. This happened only a day before my journey, on 26th evening. But the inner feeling was that I'm okay. They did my scan, they did my x-rays, and everything was okay. You know, in illness also, in any situation, if you accept your defeat, then you are defeated. I could have cancelled my journey, I could have postponed, there was no compulsion on me. But I thought, why should I do that? Even if I go there, you know, Jamni Ben called me and she said, if you need to rest, you can come and rest here. If you need to overstay, you can overstay. So such a warm welcome, you know. And everything disappeared. It's probably the will to face or will to be well is something which is very vital these days. Will to be well, and that's what the key is.
We talked about consciousness, and that word seems to be thrown about quite liberally. What do you mean by consciousness? What is your understanding of consciousness?
I want to give an example of regarding consciousness and how you can give to the society. I think so many people are watching Hindi movies here. Yeah, Piku and Pink. Yeah, there's two awarded movies, and the director is Sujit Sarkar. The movies are, the theme concept is absolutely different than the Bollywood movies. The consciousness, again I'm coming on that point. He visited our hospital a few months back and we had a dialogue about this, how you get this concept. Meditation. Again, 4 to 4:45. Every day, without fail, whether he works 18 hours, 16 hours, he does meditation, he talks to Supreme, he gets the concept, and that is help for the society. Yeah. So again, come to the conscious. That how you are adopting, like Dr. Pratap said, you should understand yourself first. And then again conscious and subconscious. Because even if you want to give good wishes, you should have a full good wishes stock in your subconscious. Then consciously you can activate in a practical. So everyone has that values, virtues in cognitive way. But you need to just have a MIDHA that is like through the meditation.
Dr. Pratap, what is your consciousness, especially coming from a medical background?
Well, consciousness is our awareness. What we are awake to, what reality we are open to. Like, we may be different, we may be, thinking differently, but the consciousness can be the same. We can all strive to the same cause. What we are aware determines our attitude, then it determines our belief system. I would say it's the belief system which determines most of us. Like if we believe that some particular way of life is suited to us, we follow it. Mindset changes according to our belief system. But sometimes we need to challenge our own selves also. And, okay. So I feel there can be shift in consciousness, like the things have changed, whether the scientific concepts have changed, the religious dogmas have changed, the doctrines have changed, we started thinking in a different way. So you require some kind of wisdom to do that. And wisdom can come from your own personal experience, or from your seniors, or from a spiritual master. The wisdom can come. And what we know in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the scripture which is most respected in India, that man is its own best friend and the man is in its own worst enemy also. So it's like being your own friend. The way I do things for myself, and like as I was sharing that I could have easily cancelled my program and I would have missed the opportunity. So it's like, taking the courage. And we do believe that now we are more aware about the environment, about our surroundings, about the people who live in our neighborhood, because of the information exposure, what is happening in Bangladesh or what is happening in Somalia or what is happening in Syria. We are more aware. But we do believe that our consciousness, our thoughts, our belief system, they do influence our surroundings. And as Sujata was sharing, that whenever we start our programs, we start with 2-minute meditation. And meditation is just creating positive vibes. And these positive vibes not only benefit you, but they benefit the surroundings also. Like we say in Christianity, love thy neighbor. Now the whole universe is our neighbor. We cannot segregate walls. It's not just our next door neighbor, but all of us are together. We are one family. So we need to think good about others, think positive about others. Our consciousness of discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, or economy has to change. We are all one family. We are too close. So we cannot be separated. And that's what Brahma Kumaris teach, that we are one family. We are children of the same Father. And we need to share whatever we have with us.
Well, I'd like to thank you very much for sharing your experiences. You can show your appreciation a little bit later, but before we do that, I would like to ask Sister Sujata if you can lead us into meditation so we can experience some of those feelings that we've discussed today.
Sure. Before meditation, sit straight, keep your back straight, correct your posture. Relax your face, relax your neck. We are starting with the breathing. Take a deep breath and exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale through the nose. And again. While inhaling, take all the positivity inside. Inhale. And while exhaling, take out the negativity from within. Inhale and exhale. And again, while inhaling, with the thought of, I am a peaceful soul in the universe. Don't close your eyes. Keep open your eyes. I am a peaceful soul as well as I am a happiest soul in the world. Inhale and exhale through the nose. And now with the breathing, we all are going to perform Om chanting. Take a deep breath and we are creating Om sound and creating the positive vibrations. Take a deep breath and start Om. Last time again. And again, inhale and exhale through the nose. And now make namaste of your both hands. Again, sit straight, correct your posture. This stretch brings you value of respect to yourself and you're giving respect others. This is a namaste pose. Angelic smile is on your face. Whatever in your life which you don't want, just forget that and forgive others with your angelic smile. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Angelic smile is on your face. And now again we are going to perform Om chanting in this posture with the Namaste pose. Take a deep breath and Om chanting. Second time again. Last time again. Relax your hands. Inhale and exhale to the nose. And now just be detached observer of your all the activities. And receive the strength and power from Almighty. Inhale and exhale through the nose. We all are powerful souls, and victory is our birthright. Angelic smile is on your face. I feel the strength in me, and I'm spreading that positive strength for my family, for my friends, for my society. Inhale and exhale through the nose. And now with the breathing, we all are giving good wishes and positive vibrations for everyone's mental health and physical health in the world. And again, we are going to perform one time Om chanting again. Take a deep breath. Om means I'm a peaceful soul. I'm a most powerful soul in the world. I'm taking all the positive energy from the cosmic. Feel the strength in you and give a positive smile, give a positive angelic smile to your next person. And the last is give gentle massage with your fingertips, center of the forehead to backside of the head. It's a healing touch. 2 and 3. All the best. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Sister Sujata. That was really wonderful. That was really nice. I don't really want to come into sound, but I have to. I just want to bring you a few tensions. We've got some events coming. It's the beginning of the month, and when it's the beginning of the month, all our courses start. So tomorrow, is it today Sunday? Yes, yeah. Monday is the bank holiday Monday, isn't it? It's 1st of May. So we have new courses starting from 7 o'clock in the evening till 8:30. So on Monday we have the Positive Thinking course. On Tuesday we have the Raj Yoga meditation course. On Wednesday we have Overcoming the Anger course. They're all at 7 till 8:30. They're all in English. You can register on the day, or you can register now at reception. Details are available on this What's On guide. Courses are also available in Hindi, Gujarati and Punjabi, but you need to let reception know, and personal appointments can be made. Just draw your attention to our regular Friday lectures series that happens every Friday, 7 o'clock to 8:30. We have different speakers sharing their experiences on a variety of topics. And the next public program that we want to invite you to come is Belonging versus Loneliness by Anthony Phillips. And this is on, let me get the date, it's Sunday 14th of May, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And Anthony has been practicing meditation for over 30 odd years. And his background is from marketing at a very senior level for very large multinational brands. So he's a wonderful speaker, very light-hearted speaker, and we do hope you can come to that. Before we finish, I'd like to thank our distinguished guests, Sister Sujata and Dr. Pratap. And last and not least, yourselves. So thank you for coming.